Okay, quick change before the actual video begins. Boom, we have a new background. Doesn't it look schnazzy? Alright, on with the actual video. Roll the intro! Hello everyone, my name is Littlest, and welcome back to Ranked, the series where I rank things. Today on the chopping block, Doki Takeover Plus. I'm not going to talk much here in the beginning since we have 35 songs to get through today. Yeah, this one's going to be long, but for those unaware, let's have a brief history of this mod. On February 2nd, 2021, a simple reskin mod of Senpai was released, being replaced by Monica from DDLC. This was one of the first mods for FNF, and while a little low quality, for the time it was actually really good. Little did the developers know that this would turn into a 2-year massive project with 3 major updates and dozens of unique songs. Speaking of, Doki Takeover Plus is massive, spanning 8 weeks, unique extras, unlockable costumes, a ginormous plot, different modes, a giant gallery of art and stickers, and an entirely separate spin-off mod which depicts the bad ending for the story, which yes, we will be including for this ranking. It's no wonder this mod is beloved by many, which is why today we are going to be ranking all of it. There are some lows, plenty of highs, and lots of fun to be had, so let's get started. Actually, even though I know you guys are going to hate me for this, I'm changing the ranking system again. I know, I've promised like 5 times I would stop doing that, but since we have so many songs this time, I just had to stop ranking by difficulty. So instead, I've ranked them all on a scale of 1 to 5 stars. The more stars, the more difficult. Am I doing this just so I don't have to waste a lot of time thinking about how hard each song is? Sure, but I think this is a fair trade-off. However, with all that being said, I'd say it's about time to get started with the ranking. So let's start with... Number 35, Constricted. You know, I didn't expect to be starting off with a new song, but what can I say? This is honestly the only song in the entire mod that I don't really like. Let's start out with the good things, though. While I'm not including story at all in this ranking process, I do like the connection between Zipper and Sayori. It's so random, but works surprisingly well. The chart is also decently fun, not being boring and slow. However, the bad stuff easily outweighs anything this song had going for it. Firstly, while I know this isn't the mod's fault, I do have to say I just don't like Zipper's chromatic at all. His voice is just awful to listen to. The song itself isn't that great either. The contrast between Zipper, Sayori, and the instrumental is kind of jarring at times. Despite the fact that I dislike the song a lot, I actually forget it exists. Since the other 3, technically 4, side stories are so good, it's just weird that this one is so meh. Overall, honestly not nearly as bad as some other bottom placements from other mods that we've had, just not really my type of song. Number 34, Dual Demise. Wow, I talked a lot on that last one. Let's make this one a bit quicker, shall we? Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with this song, it's just, I just don't remember playing it at all. Seriously, it is tucked away in the back of Freeplay, and unlike Poems and Thorns, which similarly is just in Freeplay, I don't like it very much. It's short, very repetitive, and overall just isn't very fun to play. It's so bad that they forgot to upload the version with updated vocals to YouTube. It's really embarrassing. Still, not terrible, just not anywhere close to being amazing. Number 33, Rain Clouds. Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way now, so I don't have to repeat myself later. I don't dislike any of the older songs, they sound fine, it's just that they're older. Artists get better at making songs as time goes on, which is a good thing, it just makes all these older songs slightly worse than all the new ones. I like all the updated art though. The background has clearly been worked on from previous versions, and it really shows. I'm glad they did this since we spent a lot of time in this one room, but there's not much else to say for this song. Okay, but pretty old and pretty short. Number 32, My Sweets. Man, does Natsuki sound off in this song. It's honestly kind of weird since no other song that she appears in has this problem. Like, the vocals sound so off. Besides that, though, not much else is that interesting in this song. It can be catchy at times, but again, the song overall just isn't as good as the new stuff. I also want to point out that a lot of the older sprite sheets look kind of stiff. It really does show that these were made a while ago. It's not a major deal, just something I felt like pointing out. Number 31, Reconciliation. This song is way too slow. That's literally the only reason I don't like it. After the decent stuff that was Yuri's week, I was expecting something big from Monika's one and only song. But alas, all we got was this one song that was kinda slow and pretty uninteresting. I like the motifs that they used from Doki Doki Literature Club though. I am shocked at how they were able to use at least one song from DDLC in every song. The music isn't even all that special from that game, but they turned it into something great for the mod. Still, the song itself is just okay and way too slow for my taste. Number 30, Your Reality Takeover Mix. Oh great, another slow song, my favorite! Obviously I'm joking, this song is actually pretty alright, but of course, it is really slow. But unlike Reconciliation, I actually like the instrumental for this one. Also, wow, the pixel art is nice. I'll talk more about how much I like the pixel art during High School Conflict and Drinks on Me, but just know that this mod handles pixel art extremely well. The motifs are also really nice in this song, using both songs from DDLC and Senpai's Week from the base game, which was a really nice touch. The pixelated vocals really help bring this song to another level though. They sound amazing. Not much else to add, just a really solid song overall. Number 29, My Confession. This one is very similar to Sayori's first song, however, the added element of horror does make this one fun to replay. It's just, again, it feels older. While it's longer than Rain Clouds, it's still short, clocking in at around a minute 50, and with the decent startup this one has, yeah, it's pretty underwhelming. There is an Easter egg though in this song, where if you put on this specific skin, you get a cool animation. Go watch this short I uploaded recently to learn more about some cool secrets in this mod. Number 28, Crucify Yuri Mix. We're finally at the first cover of the mod, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that unlike most of the other covers, this one doesn't have much changed about it. The art and feeling of the festival week, however, is phenomenal. The dim atmosphere actually goes really well with all 5 of the remixes, and getting to see 4 people in the background at once is nice. However, with the barely unchanged instrumental, this one is easily the worst cover of the mod. Still really fun though. Number 27, Baka. Yeah, there's not much to add to this one that hasn't already been stated. The song is nice, but again, it's older, which makes it worse than the new stuff, yada yada yada. I've said this at least 5 times now. This song does introduce the long-running theme of adding a new effect to the screen in every song, and while some other effects are just kinda I actually like the cutesy yet hardcore effect they gave to Natsuki here. But there isn't really much else to talk about here, it's just more of the same from the previous songs. Number 26, Beethoven Natsuki Mix. Here we have another cover. Like Crucify, I feel like not enough was done here to make that song feel fresh. However, unlike Crucify, I actually like playing Beethoven, so that's what really put it above. It's somewhat difficult, but still more manageable, though there are plenty of alternatives in this mod that are difficult and fun to play. Still, it's a good song, just made slightly worse by the fact that there's not much compelling me to play this version over the OG Beethoven. Number 25 and 24, Bare no Yume Plus and Poems and Thorns. Hey look, we have a tie! These songs are way too similar, and I just couldn't think of which one was better. They both have strengths and weaknesses to them. Bare no Yume is a much more fun to listen to and visually has much more going on song, but Poems and Thorns is way more fun and actually has better pacing. Plus, they're both the same thing, a battle between Monika and Senpai with Boyfriend just kinda being there. They both do the same thing, just in very different ways. One is lighthearted, while the other is intense. They both have similar musicality, with the DDLC and Senpai themes clashing, unlike in Your Reality where they worked together more. Basically, these two are the same song, and it was very difficult to figure out which one was harder, so they now share the 25th spot. Number 23, Love and Funkin. Wow, the devs must have really liked replacing "and" with the letter N, huh? Anyways, we finally have a song from the final update, and it shows. There's just way more going on here. All the girls getting to sing, and the background having a very groovy feel to it. The coolest part, though, has to be the new girlfriend sprites. They are so good! The chromatic for her is also one of the few girlfriend voices that have been made for mods that I actually like, so props to the team for that. We even get a cool cutscene halfway through the song. This all sounds so good, so why is it so low? Well, I just do not remember this one existing at all. The impressions it left was practically non-existent, which honestly is more of a testament to how good all the songs in this mod are, if this is the thing I forget. Overall, a really good song with some great new girlfriend sprites. Number 22, Deep Breaths. Yuri's songs are hands down the best of the original weeks. I've said in the past that some songs could only really be sung by the people the song was originally written for, and man is that true here. It's so calm, and the nice effects really add to how serene this feels. The way that Yuri has the opening all to herself just to warm up is really nice. The song is just peaceful, and if it wasn't for the fact that the instrumental is still a little bland due to the whole being old thing, we would easily have a top contender right here. Number 21, It's Complicated Sayori Mix. This is my favorite cover to listen to. They changed so much here to where it could honestly be distinct from the original song. However, that's about all this song has going for it. It's fine to play, but it is easily the most whatever song of the mod. There's nothing bad, it's just nothing crazy about it, like added effects or difficulty shifts, and while you could say that about previous songs, this one hits that bar the most for me. Still really fun to play though. Number 20, High School Conflict. The song that quite literally started it all. While I wish they had gone back and updated all the songs from the older updates, I still appreciate the fact that they updated both the first 3 songs from the mod and created new Monika sprites and vocals. Speaking of her vocals, they finally sound more like her normal ones, which really fits. Also, the sprite work is perfect! I mean, the team really went above and beyond with the pixel art in this mod, and while I think one song later on really encapsulates that, the work done here is also really nice. Number 19, Neat. The first song for MC, and I have to say, it's pretty good. It has the same feel as all the previous main week songs, but with more going on. Obviously, the best part of the song is when stage lights appear on MC and Boyfriend, with the others randomly appearing out of nowhere once the lights come back on. It's a pretty nice touch, just like his vocals. They sound a lot more laid back than everyone else, which really can make his songs feel more distinct from the rest. Overall, a nice introduction to the final update of the mod. Number 18, Libitina. This is one of those songs that I feel guilty for not placing high, but what can I say? The amount of work put into this song is crazy, with tons of assets, tonal shifts, and multiple cutscenes all in one song. It's all great, which is why it hurts even more that I just really don't like the song. It's fine, I just don't really enjoy listening to the background or Libitina's actual voice. It just makes for a bad combo that makes this one not great to listen to. Still, I commend the team for the amount of work they put into the song. Number 17, Glitcher Monika Mix. Okay, this one is pretty similar to the previous one. I don't really like Glitcher as a song. It's very one note and not exactly great to listen to, but the way that Monika changes from the real world to pixel form is awesome, and the updated vocals for this one really helps. There are so many little details in this one that I love, like how when it shifts to pixel, the notes also change back and forth. Even when the song rapidly changed from one style to another, the art and vocals stay consistent. It really shows that this mod is extremely polished. Good job, TBD. Number 16, Markov. We are more than halfway through the list, and I'm personally surprised that we haven't seen a bad ending song until now. This one is probably the one that hurts the most of this list that I put this low, because I actually really enjoy listening to Markov even more than Stagnant. It's just these stupid eye windows. I've complained before about how I dislike mechanics that impede upon my vision, especially if I don't have any way to avoid it. They make me feel like mistakes that I make, I have no control over. The song itself, excellent. Love Creepy Yuri, and Bad Ending is really good at being unnerving. I hate to say it, but I think that this next one is actually a better version for a Yuri Creepy song though. Number 15, Obsession. Yeah, I honestly think that the horror elements in this song, along with actually being somewhat difficult due to the scroll speed being slower, is nicer than Markov. Also, there's no stupid eye windows! Yuri is by far the scariest from the original Doki Doki, so I like how she gets to keep that role in this mod too. The return of the Markov notes are also nice, since, well, the Book of Markov is related to Yuri in the original game. And again, there's another skin Easter egg in this song. Seriously, go watch my Secrets short, it's really good. Okay, let's continue. Number 14, Joyride. Finally, we've made it to the Encore week, and wow, what an introduction. The best way I could describe these songs is that they feel like updated versions of songs from the original weeks. I like the little detail that they're now using the music room more than the actual music clubs, but besides the change of scenery, there's not much more to add. It's basically just what came before, but with more things going on and crisper vocals. However, on the complete other side of the spectrum, number 13, Stagnant. Seriously, this was not planned at all. The happiest and scariest Sayori songs just happened to line up. Now then, where do I start with this one? I like the more cinematic take that the bad ending songs go for, with a nice start slowly devolving into a sad, bitter song. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the second half of the song taking a drastic turn in visual style, becoming more like a sketch. It looks spot on and really drives home the whole being unsettling look that the bad ending songs have going for them. I still like listening to Markov more, but the effort put into this one cannot be understated. Number 12, Shrinking Violet. Remember how earlier I talked about how Deep Breaths was a song that only Yuri could sing? Well, this is the same, just flipped. Instead of being slow and more laid back, it feels livelier and bolder, which is exactly what it represents. It feels like Yuri is finally getting used to singing, which is a really nice touch, honestly. There's not much difference visually from the rest of the Encore week, but the song is more than enough to raise this one to the number 12 spot. Number 11, Titular MC Mix. Is this one this high purely because I like Titular as a song more than any of the other remixes? Yeah. Am I going to apologize for it? Absolutely not. To be fair, there was a lot more done to this song than even Sayori's remix at some points, having some more sections changed from Henry Stickmin songs to DDLC themes. Also, the ending where we get a sort of encore of sorts is really nice, with the music getting more epic for lack of a better term. The devs did not have to make a festival cover for MC, since this one was tucked away in free play similarly to Dual Demise and Poems and Thorns. But unlike those two, this one actually had a lot of work on it, and I can really appreciate the devs giving us this for no reason other than they could. Number 10, Hot Air Balloon. We finally made it to the top 10. To start us off, I'm proud to announce that the best encore song, not including our harmony, but that doesn't really count because it's everyone at one, is Hot Air Balloon. Again, not too much to add here since the background, characters, and really everything is basically the same as the previous songs, but what can you do? The song here is great, and that's good enough for me. Number 9, Your Demise. Given the fact that this is literally the third song of the mod, there is no reason that it should go as hard as it does. As per usual, the sprite work is excellent here, with Big Monica actually being kind of menacing. The song itself actually surprised me here too, with some Japanese-sounding instruments? I mean, okay, sure I guess, why not? The transitions between the two forms of Monica are also nice. It's good when songs break up the monotony of the background being the same. I like the difficulty of this one too. It has that balance I always mention at least once per video, where new players and experienced ones can both have fun playing it. It really is just a great balance of everything that should be in a song. Number 8, Catfight. My top pick for the most fun to play. It's not as flashy as some of the next few, and the song itself isn't dropping me on my knees in tears or anything. It's just that the charting is phenomenal. The way it just slowly gains speed, making the chart go faster and faster and faster, makes this one a treat to play. While I think Epiphany is still slightly harder due to the Markov notes being insta-kill, this one is just brute force difficulty. It really makes it a joy to play. I really like the fact that you can choose which Doki to play as well, with my choice usually being Natsuki. Obviously, have you not been paying attention? Also, the fun Sayori interruption is really nice. I really like her idol too, it's so nice looking. While this one may not have enough to be number 1, I still really love playing it. Number 7, Drinks on Me. If you weren't convinced by now that the pixel art of this mod is top notch, then this ought to do it for you. While Catfight is my top pick for the song that I like to play the most, this one is my pick for the prettiest. I mean, look at it. I will admit, I don't really get the reference, being from a game that, is you know, I don't know, whatever the wiki says. But the way characters from said game slowly appear in the bar is really sweet, and I'm sure if I had any connection to the source material, I would have liked this one a lot more. The way the chart at one point combines with Jill's is also a really nice touch. I'm not actually sure what the quotes that appear on the screen are, so if you know anything about it, make sure to comment down below. But that's all I have to say about this great work of art. Literally. Number 6, Wilted. Why is this so good? Like, seriously, this one has no reason to slap as hard as it does. The song is great, the charting is sound, and of course, the best part of it all is non-digitalized Senpai. I love how they actually put him into the FNF style and didn't cheap out and just trace him. The way the windows are set up is fantastic, and just wow. For some reason, I could talk about this one for hours, but just know that I really like this one for like, barely any good reasons. It's just really good in my opinion. Number 5, our harmony. Honestly, choosing the top 5 for this mod is the hardest thing I've ever done for Ranked. These songs are just so good and honestly pretty similar, and I really just could not choose. But eventually, I toughed it out and figured out something that I'm kinda happy with. That being said, there isn't much to say about this one, since it's just another encore song. I really love how all the Dokis get to sing together here, sort of like how they did in Love and Funkin', but I actually kind of remember this one. The title of the song does not lie. It really does feel like a big harmony. The song is just really comforting, which I could honestly say about the mod as a whole. Seriously, this mod is really good. Number 4, Epiphany. Okay, were any of us really expecting this one to be lower on the list? I mean, this was the best song of the mod when it was first released. The way this one perfectly mimics DDLC is perfect. Before the song even starts, it checks your files for things like your real name, and even if you're recording/streaming, which is a crazy good touch. The song itself is great too, really only being overshadowed in difficulty by the bad ending songs. They even made a lyrical version for this song, for crying out loud. While that might not be my type of thing, I'm glad that the option is out there since it also gets rid of the Markov notes, giving players the option to play without having to avoid those notes. There's mid-song events, custom death screens, and even a piano! Now that makes it the best song ever. Number 3, Home. Yes, I know y'all letter, you're sad this one isn't number 1. To be fair, it easily deserves it. I don't know why they decided to give Natsuki, of all people, the super creepy song, but wow is there a lot of effort put into this one. From tons of custom sprites to creepy effects, and as usual by now, tons of mid-song events. It's also really difficult. This section where Boyfriend gets a solo and is turned back into his sketch form is extremely hard. Wow, my hands hurt. And the ending is honestly just kinda sad. It's the complete opposite of the original Takeover, with one being sad and the other extremely cheery. And man, is that picture at the end haunting. It is some really creepy stuff. Number 2, Takeover Medley. You know, I thought long and hard about this one. I even considered making the top 2 to be in a tie, but that felt kind of cheap, so with a heavy heart, I have to say that Takeover Medley is the worst of the 2. It's perfect by itself though. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I love encore types of songs, especially when they're put at the end of mods like this. I know I said that I wasn't going to consider different outfits in the ranking, but the casual wear is kind of forced upon us on this one, so I'd say it's fair to talk about it. I love it! The casual clothes fit so well, and I love how they all look so nice. And Natsuki even gets a little brush instead of a mic, it's so cute! It's actually perfect. You know, I've mentioned this video twice now, but fun fact, on the YouTube upload of this song, if you turn on subtitles, you get what song is currently being referenced here, which honestly made me realize they put everything here, from High School Conflict all the way to You and Me. It's just really sweet, and is a great send-off for this mod. But speaking of You and Me, number 1, You and Me. This one's just too nice to not be number 1. It's not flashy, it's not extremely difficult or has an intense feel to it, it's just really nice. MC getting his time to shine is great, and the way the song starts with a cutscene that just pans down to him is it's just perfect. The reason I decided to go with this one instead of Takeover Medley is because of the mechanic, where you get to choose what Doki you want. It's not even just a vocal swap either, each one gets their own song. It would be practically impossible to rank what song I like more over them all. Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, Monika. Oh, well, I guess I just did it, huh. This song, and really the entire mod, is just comforting to me. In a time where each mod is trying to push the boundaries of what it is to be a Friday Night Funkin' mod, it's nice to just step back and have a mod that is just nice, classic FNF. I know that this mod has its fair share of haters, but as for me, well, I'm happy to call this my favorite completed project that this community has ever created, and this song just encapsulates all of that. It truly is the best song of the mod. Wow, that kind of got emotional for a second, huh? Well, there you have it. The entirety of Doki Doki Takeover Plus ranked. This video is by far the biggest project I've ever worked on, with over a 4,500 word script, and who knows how long the video will be in total. I'm just someone recording the script right now. I don't even know how much the editing is going to be, but I'm glad that it's finally complete. I've got a couple of announcements to make as per usual, so for those who don't really care about that, I thank you for your time. But for those who do care, oh boy do I have some big news. Firstly, we finally hit 400 subs. I know that doesn't mean too much in the grand scheme of things, but that means we are really close to 500. So, make sure to subscribe so we can finally reach that goal. Secondly, I'm proud to announce that I finally finished the creation of the Discord server. Now, this one has its whole history with us creating the idea on stream, and right now it's really just a beta, so if it goes poorly, I'll just self-destruct it. But we're gonna see how it goes. If you want to join that, the link is in the description, and you're gonna want to make sure to do that, because I've got a few streams planned where you, the viewer, can join in a VC with me and play games. Also, since I should probably mention this, and we just talked about things being in the description, go play the dang mod! This team has worked so hard on this mod for years now, so go support them. Links also in the description below. Finally, I just need to thank you all for the recent support on all the videos, especially the Cuphead video. I'm really surprised that it did so well, because, you know, I really only consider this channel to be successful because of Friday Night Funkin', so to see that so many of you enjoyed the Cuphead video, it really is just warms my heart. But, I think with that being said, it's about time to wrap things up. So, if you guys did in fact enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Of course, hitting the bell would also make sure you never miss a video, and it means a lot to me. But, with that being said, hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Bye!